Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bodycam Reactions. So this is really interesting from a couple perspectives. First, she's basically gets pulled over and has a complete mental breakdown. So it's kind of interesting to watch. She looks like one of those people that you would see, like if you were watching a movie and someone was in a mental ward or something like that. That's kind of how it looks like she's acting. So that's kind of crazy to watch. And the other side of it is try and think about if you're having a breakdown at a time you're pulled by police, how does that impact how you would be legally liable for anything? Like, would that be a defense or anything? So those are kind of the two interesting things about this case. So, yeah. So it just kind of goes on the whole time. You can kind of see how she's really breaking down and think about how that affects the legal case here.
Sensitive Palm Beach Gardens Police Department. The reason I'm pulling you over is you are speeding and swerving all over. Is there any reason why you're doing so?
Help me.
Huh? What do you need help with?
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I can help you. Okay, what's going on? Talk to me.
Trying to get to my boyfriend's house.
Okay, where's your boyfriend then?
Over there.
Where?
9th Avenue. Sorry, hold on.
What community does he live in? What community does he live in, man?
It's not like it's not gated. It's just a one.
Okay. Where are you coming from tonight?
My parents.
Where is your parents?
The place.
You what?
I'm sorry, no, madam.
Alright, you got your license on you? Let's start with that, okay? We'll deal with whatever you got going on, alright?
I don't have stuff.
I didn't say you did. Where are you really coming from?
My parents.
Where do your parents live? Let's start with your license, and then we'll talk about whatever's going on. Have you been drinking tonight?
What? I have PTSD and I'm trying to get to sleep, please, but
Okay.
do you have any...
I don't know what's going on, so I can't help you.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
well, start with your license so I can find out who you're at.
Okay, so there's the first thing. She's blaming how she's acting on PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder, I think is what it's called. So obviously they had the probable cause or facts or evidence to pull him over based on the speeding and swerving around. But when you start thinking about DUI and other things he might charge her with, something to think about here is crimes in general have four required elements: a guilty act, a guilty mind, concurrence, and causation. And so the guilty act must be voluntary. So, if you think about like any kind of crime, if you didn't commit a voluntary act, generally you're not going to be guilty, right? Like, think if you're walking out the store and someone stuck something on you and you walked out and you didn't intend to do anything wrong, that's not really stealing, because there's no intent by you to steal. So think about that in terms of did she commit a voluntary act that would get her in trouble, in this case in terms of a DUI, and obstruction of justice is also what they're going to charge you with. So kind of think about that when you're watching her and how she's conducting herself.
Sorry.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
I just said I...
What's that? Can you shut the car off? Alright. Be honest with me. How much have you had to drink tonight?
You can go run that.
Okay. 5-2 to traffic.
Hi, good evening, Ms. I'm Officer Flink, Palm Beach Gardens Police Department. How you doing tonight?
There you go.
Here I go? Okay, not doing too well?
No, he asked for that.
Well, he asked for it. Let me take a look at it here. Where you come from, Nut? Yeah, this is a certificate of title, and this is a service receipt. And this insurance card expired 3 years ago. This registration's expired.
Holly Drive, High 16 Holly, the vehicle must be
I think that my car is there.
Bert, have you had anything to drink tonight?
No, I answered this. I'm having a PTSD episode.
From what?
From what?
Yeah.
Being raped when I was a child.
I'm sorry to hear that. Why would this trigger
I'm
that?
asking for help. This is not triggering it, but I'm trying to get to my boyfriend's house.
Okay. So you haven't had anything to drink?
No.
No cannabis, no narcotics?
Oh.
Okay. All right, if you would go ahead and step out of the vehicle and make sure you're not under the influence, and we'll have you on your way, all right? To make sure you're not under the influence.
You want to search the car?
No, just do what the officer says. That's what it's about. That's all you have to do. And then you'll be on your way.
All right, come on back over here for him, please.
I'm not allowed to.
You're not allowed to? What do you mean? Why aren't you allowed to?
I'm not allowed to at this point.
Why?
My dad's a lawyer,
Your dad's a lawyer?
and I'm not allowed to.
Okay, well, even as a lawyer, he would tell you if you're ordered out of a vehicle that you have to comply.
So this part's kind of creepy. Like, she thinks she's not allowed to get out of the car? That's odd. I think maybe she's trying to say that her dad would say, her dad or her who is a lawyer would say not to get out of the car. But it's kind of creepy for her to say she doesn't think she's allowed to step out of the car. And then the other thing, she's talking about PTSD. I think she could use this to say, look, my driving and lack of ability to perform the sobriety test is caused from I'm having a PTSD flashback right now, and that's the reason I can't do it. And it's not because I've been drinking. So I do think she could use that as a defense here. So yeah, this is kind of an interesting scenario. Subscribe if you like to get a little legal analysis with your body cam videos. All right, back to the video.
Okay.
Because he told me otherwise.
No, he wouldn't tell you that you don't have to come out if you're told to.
I mean, he's a piece of shit, so.
That's what it sounds like
Probably
he would
wrong,
say. Yeah, he's giving you bad information. So if you would go ahead and step out, if you're not under the influence, you'll be on your way.
Okay.
All right, so
but
come on
I'm
out.
not allowed to, so we can do whatever. I can park here. We can do whatever, but
No,
I'm
go
not
ahead and step
allowed
out.
to. I'm not allowed to.
Why are you not allowed to? Here, let me just leave this over here. Explain to me why you're not allowed to.
He'll kill me.
He's not going to kill you. He would tell you, if he was giving you sound legal advice, he'd tell you when you're ordered out of a vehicle to step out.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure.
this is the last time I'm going to ask you.
I'm sure he's wrong, but I'm not allowed to. So I have to.
Anna, I'm about to tell you something. I want you to listen. All right? You're coming out of the vehicle. One way or another. Okay, you can either step out and cooperate, and if you do the exercises and you're not determined to be under the influence, you'll be on your way. Or he's giving you a lawful order to step out of that vehicle. You could be charged with obstruction as of now. So if we have to open that door and remove you from the vehicle, you're going to be charged with obstruction.
I'll get out.
Okay.
All right, so come on out.
But I'm sure I'll be charged with that.
Come on out.
I'm not allowed to.
Come on out of the vehicle.
Car, you will not be
So back to how is her condition going to affect her case? So they're talking about charging her with obstruction of justice, I think is what they're saying. So how she could use her mental issue to avoid this charge, I think it goes back to what I was saying before. These crimes generally require some kind of voluntary act. So she could try and argue that because of her mental issues, her not getting out of the car wasn't a voluntary act because she failed to get out of the car and do what she was told because of a mental condition she had that she had no control over. So it's kind of interesting how, like, this mental issues that she's having could actually get her out of some of these charges. So this is kind of interesting to see.
I'm not allowed to.
Last chance.
I'm not allowed to.
All right, come on out. Come on out. Come on over here. Okay? Do you have any medical condition with your eyes not corrected by glasses? What do you got?
I get seizures, myoclonic seizures.
Okay, what does that have to do with your eyes?
Light.
What about it? We don't have any flashing lights on in the front.
I don't know. Myoclonic seizures.
Okay. Do you have anything else with your eyes besides seizures?
No.
Are you able to walk a straight line?
Yes.
Can you balance on one foot?
Yes.
All right. You want to bring your feet together for me? Hands at your sides. Do you see this red light here? You're going to follow the red light with your eyes only, and you're going to keep your head still. Do you understand?
Yes.
Don't move your head. Keep your head still. What's going on?
Big deep breath, Anna.
Do we have to call fire rescue?
Anna, do you need paramedics?
I tried my best to hold it together.
I can't understand you.
I tried my best to hold it together.
You passed what?
I tried my best to hold it together.
For what?
You need paramedics, Anna? Okay. Let us know when you're ready.
Normally in these cases, I would be like, yeah, acting like a Karen or acting like a fool, whatever, would hurt your case and just makes you look more and more like you're intoxicated and not safe to drive. But in this case, it kind of paints the picture that she has this mental health condition that she can't control, and that's why she's acting this way. That's the reason, not the alcohol. So in this case, in a weird way, it might actually be helping her to be acting this way, at least if it's genuine. So that's kind of a interesting wrinkle in this case.
Let me explain something, all right? This episode that you're having, while I understand that it might be genuine, we still have an investigation to do. The more you're exasperating, I can smell the odor of an unknown alcoholic beverage coming off of your breath. So we got something to do here, and if you got to go to the hospital, we can continue the investigation there. Come here, people. Don't have to do the 10 light test, all right? Give me 1 second. Go ahead and just wave at that officer right there. All right, Ms. If you would come on over here for me. Keep your arms at your sides and you count your steps out loud. Do you have any questions? Do you know what you got to do? All right, go ahead and begin. All right, for this next exercise, it's going to be the one leg stand, all right? You can go ahead and step off the line. You don't have to worry about the yellow line no more. All right, so go ahead and just stand right in front of me right there. Where the flashlight's at. Or you can just stand right there too. That's fine too. Okay, so go ahead and just bring your feet together for me.
Whatever. You guys are over it. Do whatever you have to do.
We're still giving you a chance. What are you talking about?
Shake your head. I need.
I'm not shaking my head. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and bring your feet together just like mine are.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to waste your time.
Not wasting my time. I'm on the clock.
Okay. You caught me in the middle of...
The middle of what?
You look back in your fucking video footage. I told you.
No, you didn't tell me anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you wish to continue the exercises, ma'am?
Just give me... Does anybody have a tip?
Anybody have what?
I need tips.
Tips
Deal with this.
to deal with what? The exercises?
Look back in your footage.
I don't understand what you're asking for help with.
How to deal with this?
To deal with what?
PTSD.
To deal with PTSD?
But like I just told you.
You didn't tell us that.
Well,
I told him.
I would suggest that you seek counseling for that, but during a DUI investigation isn't the time to deal with that.
It was not during it.
No, I'm saying...
You walked up to me and I told you all.
Okay, and that's not what...
So another point to follow up here. So in terms of using her mental health issue as a defense, you could use it as a defense. Well, it caused her erratic driving that she did have control over once the episode happened, and it made it so that she couldn't perform the sobriety test, but she would still be found guilty of the DUI if she blows over, right? Because if she blows over, then the decision to drink too much was still a voluntary act, right? She still voluntarily did that. So if she blows over, she would still be guilty. But if she was like under, and like if like let's say she only had like one drink and she's 0.02 and she's just kind of acting weird because of her mental health issues, then good case that she could get found not guilty or have the charges dropped.
I said I suggest you seek counseling for that, but during a DUI investigation is not the time to deal with it.
Look back.
This is a DUI investigation.
Look back.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one last time, Ms.
Look
Gilbert.
back in your footage.
Do you wish to participate in standardized field sobriety exercises?
It's all there.
Are you going to stand up and do these exercises, yes or no, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, so when you're ready, go ahead and stand up. Let's have him go around. Come on, let's go. Ms. Gilbert. Ms. Gilbert, we were trying to do an investigation here.
Okay.
Stand up.
Please come to your feet.
Okay.
Bring your feet together, hands to your sides. This is going to be the one leg stand. Hands to your sides. All right. I'm going to explain, then I'm going to demonstrate. So hold all your questions until the end. Okay, go ahead and let's stand upright.
Take a big deep breath.
When I tell you to begin and not before then, you're going to raise one foot, either foot, approximately 6 inches off the ground. It's about the height of a soda can. While you're doing that, you're going to keep both knees straight. You're going to point the toes of your raised foot out at me. You're going to look down at your raised foot and you're going to count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. The whole time your hands are going to be at your sides. If you place your foot down during the 30 seconds, just pick it back up and continue where you left off. It's going to go just like this. Watch me. 1001,
Yeah, I need
1002, 1003.
I need you to repeat all that.
Okay, just watch me. Just do exactly what I'm showing you.
I need you to start
No,
over.
you can just watch and do what I'm doing, okay?
Well, I need you to
So notice how one foot is off the ground.
everything that you said.
Notice how one foot is off the ground. Both knees are straight. My toes are pointed out. My hands are at my sides and I'm looking down at my foot. This is all you have to do for 30 seconds. Do you see this? Do you see what I'm doing, Miss Gilbert?
I'm not doing that.
You're not doing it? All right. You're being placed under arrest for driving under the influence.
Okay.
And as well as obstructing an officer as well. All right, let's go over here.
Camera on, right?
Yep, we got 4 cameras out here.
Well, you didn't remember anything, so.
And you didn't cooperate, so that's where we're at with that. All right, go ahead and take a seat.
You're safe. You're safe. Safe. You're 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 safe. You're. Please.
All right, Miss.
Please, can she drive? Please, her. Please, I'll do anything.
I'm reminding you that you're under arrest for driving under the influence
Please,
pursuant to
can I
Chapter
go in her car?
316.193 of the Florida State Statutes Revised. Okay? I'm now requesting that you submit to a lawful test of your breath for the purpose of determining its alcohol content. Will you take a breath test?
Please, I'll do anything. Can I
If
go
you
in her
refuse
car?
to take the test I've
Please,
requested of you,
I'll do it.
your driving
Can I just
privilege...
go in her car, please?
No.
Please.
First of all, no.
Please.
You're driving with me
Please,
down there.
no. Please, I'm not. Please.
If you refuse to take the test
Please,
I've requested
let
of
me
you,
go in her
your driving
car.
privilege will be suspended for a
Oh
period
my
of 1 year for a
God,
first
I'll do
refusal.
anything. Just let me go
So
in
you're going to
her
provide a breath
car.
sample? You're still riding with me, but are you going to provide a breath sample?
Car.
All right, well,
Please, let me go in her. No,